public officials and other critics have raised concerns about the role of media and culture, particularly violent video games. Violent video games.
Right, stop that shit right there. Now listen up guys, we're currently under attack, and that means every single FPS gamer on this planet, gaming industry as a whole, and the gaming software companies that are producing these fantastic games we love to play and enjoy. Now the thing is, at the recent E3 event of 2016 and 2015, we've had a load of social media critics, or I'd like to term them as arseholes, have gone along to these events and basically given it loads of bad press. Now what they've said is that people that play these games should be persecuted because they're so violent, and that the game should be banned. Okay, hang on a second guys, we've got a live broadcast going out right now. We've just been contacted by the police. Here we go, check this out.
And Andy, we see this all the time. They continue to run, but yet most don't get too far, and then it usually comes to a quick end and sometimes a dangerous and an ugly end, which is sadly sad and unfortunate. But they've been chasing this guy for around 15 minutes. Any idea as to why he is on the run?
Hey, thanks Gary. I think we have an FPS gamer on the loose. He seems to be driving erratically down the highway. We could actually pull him over and arrest him, but hey, you know what? Let's just fuck him up.
You are tied for the lead.
Now, to bolt onto these social media accusations, there's loads of other websites out there, mainly press and news sites, that are trying to jump on the same bandwagon and is stating quite clearly that gun crime is on the increase simply because of these violent FPS games that we enjoy playing, which again is complete horseshit.
12 seconds later.
Now, more recently we've had that terrible event in Orlando, and the media has tried to pin this on the gaming industry, and yet there's no foundations or link between any of it. And they've basically said that violent FPS games are probably the cause of this event. So these fuckwits that have blamed the gaming industry for this really sad event need to look on their own doorstep, because the gun buying laws in their own country are completely insane, and that is the reason this has happened, nothing to do with the gaming industry. So refocus guys and get your facts completely straight.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
So getting back on topic now, I can say that over the last 30 years there's been stacks of controversy surrounding numerous games, so it's an ongoing thing and it's been happening for many years. Take GTA for example, and the lawsuits that surrounded this game and all the content. You know, people whined and moaned about this. There was Carmageddon because it ran people over. You had Barbarian for its game cover. Things such as Tomb Raider because Lara's tits were too big, and even Overwatch because of Tracer's butt pose. It's simply pathetic. I mean, they're even doing experiments on gamers to find out if these games cause violence in some way or another. I mean, check this poor fucker out.
As part of a controlled experiment at Ohio State University, where Vinny is a...
I mean, come on. Seriously, this guy looks like he's just been dragged off the street from smoking an ounce of weed. I mean, look at him. He looks absolutely stoned off his face. Hey, man, we give you $30 to play a game for us. Okay.
After 15 minutes of intense action, he was asked to answer questions, choose from 34 adjectives, including mean, nervous, scared, strong, to describe his feelings, and even decide how much chili powder to pour into the drink of a would-be opponent.
Oh my god, is this guy actually putting chili powder in a non-existent opponent's drink? What the fuck? This is ridiculous. All they're doing is sitting there trying to analyse if he's aggressive and violent after playing GTA, and all they're doing is probably sitting there crushing up marijuana and making one big fat spliffer after this experiment. Now this just goes to show you how far people push the boundaries of complete stupidity. All this is doing is just proving that the press and media just make shit up just to try and prove a point that doesn't actually exist.
Violent video games.
Okay, so now it's time to show you some of these social media comments from these so-called critics and give you some idea of what's inspired me to make this particular video. So to start with, we've got Jonathan Snow. Now he's a game designer and he's made quite a few games in the past, but he's really turned his attention to criticising some of the modern day games. Now this comment, the lesson of E3, game studios are working very hard to build fantasies about how cool it is to be a mass murderer. Well, that's really insightful. Brilliant comment there, Jonathan. I'm saying if you enjoy fantasising about stabbing people in the neck, that is kind of gross. So what bugs me about this guy is that he's being really disrespectful to other people in the same industry as him. You know, other game designers that have worked hard to bring us these great games, yet he's sitting there slagging them off. And the thing is, he's putting other comments about Overwatch and how great this is. So I've only really got one word for you, Jonathan Blow: hypocrite.
Impressive. Nice shot. You are tied for the lead.
So following on from last year's E3 event, we've got Jonathan McIntosh, and he's well known for pissing a lot of people off in different industries. So his first comment goes like this: "This shit is sick. There is something deeply, deeply, seriously wrong with anyone cheering for the Doom 4 trailer." Now this guy also got his girlfriend from the feminist frequency also spouting the same sort of shit, and also bringing in a sexist element that there's too many male dominated games. So the pair of them have whined like bitches throughout the whole E3 event. Now what McIntosh and Feminine Frequency failed to get is that the fact that people weren't really cheering for the gory bits in the game. They were cheering for the fact that, you know, finally we've got a game that's got mature, uncensored, unrestricted content, and it brings all of these rich graphical content to us as gamers, and something we can actually buy and play. That's what we were cheering for, and that's what these two didn't get. To this day, McIntosh continues to put more comments on his Twitter page, which are basically putting the FPS gaming industry down and also the people that play it. And I don't really get it, because he claims he's a pop culture detective. I mean, what the fuck is one of those? I mean, is it one of those people that can sort of root out who's fake and who's real in a band? Bit like Milli Vanilli.
Girl, you know it's true.
I love you.
So despite all these comments that are being put on social media and websites throughout the world, we all know there's no credibility or foundation to any of them. It's also been proven by psychologists and doctors all over the world that FPS games or gaming in general does not cause behavioural issues or violent tendencies. So in summary, all I can say to you guys that are putting bad feedback about all these games, FPS games and the gaming industry in general, please go and find something else to do and shut the fuck up. Don't forget guys, if you feel strongly enough, then please leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Anyway, please like and sub, but more importantly, stay wonderful, stay great, stay beautiful, and catch you next time. Thanks for watching.